You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty.
Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream. Please stand by for Smitty. You are entering a mock draft live stream.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
It is baked in, boys. Time here on the Fantasy Football Show. It's the Graveyard Crew. I've got crumbs from my sandwich all over my shirt. Yeah, buddies. It is time to mock draft, and it is time to bring on said screen so we can take a look at the good old mock draft board. Let's go, buddy boys. Right in front of your face is mock draft number 1. This is the ESPN mock draft. You might be asking yourself, you might be saying, hey Smitty, didn't you time out earlier? Didn't you do 3 mock drafts and then time out? Yeah, it might be glitter. I don't know what it is. It's not coming off. I look like crumbs from my sandwich. Hey, Smitty, you timed out the last time you tried 3 mock drafts. You really gonna do that again? Absolutely. So here we go. Dropping the ESPN link in 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. ESPN link has been dropped. That is mock draft number 1. We have every single spot available. This is not a bunch of new people. Or randos in here. This is literally us in here balling out. So jump in and grab a spot. Here is mock draft number, I guess we should call that mock draft number 3. This is mock draft number 1 on Sleeper. jump into that bad boy. I'm going to grab the 12 spot. Here is mock draft number 2. ESPN's going to be 3. Jump into that bad boy. We've got 3 mock drafts side by side. And we're going to start them all right around the same time. This ESPN one will probably start a little bit later because after this 5-minute timer, we're going to have the other 2 mock drafts full in a minute. This will count down 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Then it has another 2-minute countdown to go. So that one will probably start last, but it will take the longest. So we're going to go on over to this one right here. We're full already. Let's kick off this mock draft number 1. Over here, we have 1 spot full, 2 spots filled, but this one's underway. This one's really I gotta pause the draft. Sorry. Draft settings, 10-second timer. Why do I always forget that? 10-second timer, 1 QB PPR redraft. Boom. All right, let's go. All right, let's resume the draft. My bad. Resume draft. JT. Boom. Boom. Let me reset the... Let me send the link on this. Again, this is the draft that we got to fill right now. Click that link if you haven't got in yet. I want to hear, hey, I never get in, Smitty. I never get in. I'm literally doing 3 mock drafts at one time. And I just dropped a link where nobody's in it yet. Waiting room over here. Looks like we're completely full on the ESPN side. You guys love ESPN for the mocks. I don't blame you. But they take longer. You get to do a lot less of them. So I think I've figured out the formula. You do 3 mock drafts side by side, 2 sleepers, 1 ESPN. Maybe we'll throw in a fantasy football calculator one eventually. We could do 4. I can do 4. I can handle 4. I might time out, but I don't care. I do this for you. I work for you. ESPN, 2 sleeper drafts. Who else does 3 side by side drafts constantly? No one. Your boy Smitty does. That's who. We need 4 more people to jump into this mock draft. The ESPN mock draft is 3 minutes and 56 seconds away. Mock draft number 2 has 4 spots left. Mock draft number 1 is underway. I took JT at 1. Najee Harris went 2. Christian McCaffrey went 3. Derrick Henry went 4. Justin Jefferson just went to Kyle Football at number 5. And now Jay Frake is on the clock. Code is next after that. Kona is next. Then Mamba, then Sleeper, then Michael, then Abel. So get some. Cup. Jefferson, Chase, Cup, Kona, Swift. Double X is on the clock right now. Diggs, Lamb, Abel. Who's Abel going to take? This is where I feel like at this point I would go myself. I don't, you can go Cook. Cook's got more baked in risk at 12 than he does up at 4, 5, or 6, so I don't mind that. I'd probably go Adams and Javonte myself if I'm at that 12 pick. Okay, the sleeper draft is probably full. 1 more spot left in the sleeper draft. Jump in, get some, grab a spot. Let's go. 2 minutes and 38 seconds until this draft starts over on ESPN. Or they do a 2-minute countdown after that, so we're still about 4 and 5 minutes away. The sleeper draft is full minus the one spot. Vag is in the 1. Kenny's in the 2. The 3 spot's still open. I don't want to hear a complaint that you can't get in. There you go. Oaktown grabbed it. Oaktown, attaboy. That draft has begun. Vag is on the clock at the 1 spot. We're circling back to me at the end of this second round here with my bookend 2-3 picks after I took JT at the 1. Feeling pretty good about what's looking like what's going to fall to me. We'll see. You guys could do Snipe City here in the next couple minutes, and then your boy Smitty's going to be upset. Vag timed out at the 1 pick. Cooper Kupp. Wow. There's some variation for you. I haven't seen Cooper Kupp go 1 on an auto pick in a while. That's pretty crazy. Okay, let's see here. Jefferson at the 3. Eckler at the 4. I'm almost up here. I got to start pre-ranking some people. Okay, so feel like I got sniped. Might have to go with the good old man. Josh Allen even went. Wow. It feels like there's no one here. Let's just go Herbert, and let's see what we do with the Herbert. I always tell you guys, I'm not a big fan of the tight end early. Let's try this. It seems really solid. It feels really solid. Let's see how it feels later. But to literally go JT, Herbert, and Andrews, that's your worst case scenario from the 1.1. Not bad. Does anybody in here not like that trio? Meet the Woo. What's up? I'm not in any. Well, you can get in the next one, bro. You can get in the next one. Vaggie, did you ever get control of, regain control of your team? Hopefully you did. I don't see you on auto. Oh, I'm on the clock here. Why didn't I hear it? Let's go. Let's just go Javonte here because I need more time to think. I need to see who's there. Swift is gone, right? Yeah, Swift is gone. Should have made Javonte the 2.1 for ADPs, ADP reasons. That's my fault. Let's try that out. Waiting room, enter the draft. Two minutes, that'll begin. So these teams so far, let's go through them. Did anybody say you could have gotten Evans and Hall? I know, but I wanted to try something different. Does anybody think this looks bad? This Taylor, Herbert, Andrews? I mean, I feel like it's a reach on both Herbert and Andrews, but it still feels very decent. I still feel very good about it, even though I don't like the approach really in general. It's not bad. 1 minute, 44 seconds. This draft will begin. So JT, Herbert, Andrews, I like it. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. Harris, Josh Allen, Breece Hall, love it. And ultimately, my worst case scenario in the real world, outside of you guys, because you guys are Snipe City, I think I'd get Josh Allen and Breece Hall is probably what I would resort to. Or, Tyreek Hill and Breece Hall like we did in the Throne Draft. In the Throne Draft, we got Taylor, we got Tyreek Hill, we got Breece Hall. And I love it. But this team, Harris, Josh Allen, Breece Hall is pretty darn good. 1 minute left before that draft starts. The ESPN draft, the draft number 2. We've got a whole half a round and then a round back to me, so I got a ways. I think we could get through all these teams real quick and evaluate them. Actually, let's start on the other side. Cook, Kelsey, Kamara, Judy. Kamara's a risk, Abel. He's just a risk, man. I know that's almost technically speaking the 4th round, but I mean, what if he misses 6 games, 8 games, you're done. And I know you're mock drafting, but Lamb, Javonte, Waddle, Burrow. Oh my, Michael, put this in the top 5. Put this in the top 5. This team right here is flat out.
You've just been Smitty approved.
This is what you do when you're when you're up in the 4th round and you don't love who's falling. You take Burrow. It's fine. Herbert or Burrow. Don't worry about what people say. Got another round. This draft starts now.
Welcome to the best day of the year.
Thank you.
Draft day.
Draft starts in 40 seconds now. What in the heck? Countdown after the countdown? What's going on here? Got 8 countdowns, bro. Lamb, Javonte, Waddle, Burrow. Just phenomenal. Diggs, Adams, Higgins, Monty. It's crafty. Oh, God. Am I up? Reload page. What's going on? Okay. Almost timed out. That's right. Am I first? Or just pick 5? Okay. Let's go Chase. I love how it doesn't show 1, 2, 3, 4. It just starts off with Chase on the the list down below. Oh, well. Swift, Mixon, McLaurin, Elliott. I mean, that could work. McLaurin's tough because, like, McLaurin... Oh, I'm on the clock. I don't like Deontay here. I don't like Deontay here at all. You know who's kind of crafty here? I'm going to time out. So I'm going to time take him. It's a little early, but Mitchell's crafty at 5. I got Andrew. This is tough. I'm not going to go running back again. Who do I get? I like Hollywood here. I like Mike Williams a little bit here. Let's go Hollywood. Mitchell's tough at 5 because, like, he goes around 5.10 to 6.4, but, like, in this spot, I can't wait. This is the 1.1 pick is a place of reaching. You got to reach pretty hardcore when you're in this position and the running backs are off the board. Like, I don't recommend taking Mitchell at 4.12. You can get him at, like, the middle of 5 or the end of 5, but he's not likely making it back to me because I don't pick again until 6.1. So I like that group of 5: Taylor, Herbert, Andrews, Mitchell, Brown. I've drafted better, of course, but it's an interesting little group there. Okay, I'm gonna queue up DK. I'm gonna queue up. Man, wide receivers kind of flew up. McLaurin and DK aren't horrible here. Kyle Pitts is kind of interesting here. Quarterbacks available. Burrow is interesting here. Mahomes is interesting. Running backs are kind of thin. Let's go ahead and go. It's a little early for DK. And let's go McLaurin. Let's go 3 wide. Let's try the triple wide. I'm almost on the clock over here. We'll queue up.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
I'm going to turn the sound off on this one. I run the risk of timing out, but I'll queue some people so that I don't get screwed on that. But it's an interesting. So again, I'll go over these teams in a second. This is an interesting squad, though. Javonte, Lamb, Metcalf, McLaurin. Not my usual. Okay, I'm probably close to being up here. Okay. I've got Jamar Chase only. Let's go down to running back. Running backs are getting sniped like crazy. Wide receiver. AJ Brown. What if we went really early? Let's try Nick Chubb. I've been talking about not drafting Nick Chubb. Let's see how it feels. You know, it's not a horrible pick, but not my favorite pick. But Nick Chubb's, he's a worry for me. He's definitely a worry. Meet the Woo. What's up? Blackbeard in the house. Nicholas says, clean cut. Thank you, buddy boy. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, you know, you keep it short. Keep it short and clean. Michael Watley says, hate reaching on Ken Walker, but was getting sniped. DJ Moore was my other option. Let's review the teams. All right. Harris, where was I? I think I was right here. Eckler, Chubb, Metcalf, Mahomes, Akers. Very, very good. I like it. Kupp, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, Connor Schultz. Decent. Chase, Barkley, Fournette, Murray, Hopkins. Not fond of the doubling up of Barkley and Fournette, 2 guys I'm kind of avoiding. all together, and then you got two of them. So Frake, it's kind of hard for me to. You got a biased take here. Jefferson, Debo, Etienne, Gibson, Lamar Jackson. You probably think I'm going to hit the take a lap.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Best team I've reviewed so far. You're on auto pick. Oh, who did I auto pick? Gosh, dang it. I should have turned the sound off. That's my fault. Keenan Allen. Who could I have gotten? Gosh, dang it. A.J. Brown. I would have got A.J. Brown. Oh, my God. Son of a B. Jefferson, Debo, Etienne, Gibson, Jackson. Love it. Henry, A.J. Brown, Pitts, Pittman, Hurts. I just don't love Pittman in round 4. I know a lot of you do. I understand why. But this team could have been top 4 for me if it had just somebody else in there. It's good, though. I mean, you could argue, like, what player would it have been? I'm looking at it. Honestly, Pittman's, he's arguable there for sure. I don't know. Maybe he didn't make a mistake there, Nomads. McCaffrey, Hill, Evans, Waller. I think where I'm really feeling conflicted on when I give advice on this is that I think that in the real world you won't need to reach at 4.9. I think in our mock drafts you do. I don't think you'll need to in the real world. So I think this strategy will hit a home run with that draft slot because someone will fall that you love, like, I don't know, Burrow or, like if you put Burrow here and let's say Hollywood Brown, even though he falls here, like Burrow and Hollywood instead of Pittman and Hurts would be, in my opinion, a home run, and that team would be top 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm on the clock here. Let's try DJ Moore here. I don't really take DJ Moore often. What's this guy saying here? Did one of my mods already get rid of that guy? I think you did because I don't see it anymore. Thank you. Someone wrote Mark Idea. I think somebody already tossed him in the trash can. Which one of my mods did that? Thank you. Some guy in here. You want to increase your views? Like, when has that ever worked? What are you doing? Cooper Kupp, Evans, Aaron Jones, Waller, Kyler. Kind of crafty. Badge, even with the timeout. JT, Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Mitchell, Mike Williams. It's interesting. Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Gibby, Monty, Jackson. A little bit early on AJB. Can't believe I timed out. I'm so pissed. So mad at myself. That was my only timeout, though. That's good. It's progress. Who's here at quarterback? Oh, God. Burrow. This is what, round 4? Jefferson, Brown. Oaktown is pretty good. A.J. Brown, Gibson, Monty, Jackson. It's crafty. Eckler, Hill, Herbert, Jacobs, Kamara. It's so funny. Kamara goes in the 3rd round in one of our mock drafts. It goes at 5.4 in the other one. Like, what's it going on? That's good value for Kamara. I like that. This team could be pretty hard to reckon with at the end of the year if it's still in the race. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good team. You just got to stay afloat. Jamar Chase, Andrews is a little early. Give me TDs, but let's see. Let's see if you can pull it off. Fournette, Connor, Hurts. If you would have taken Breece Hall instead of Fournette, and if you would have taken Monty instead of... Well, no, Connor and Monty are close. Yeah, if you just would have taken Breece Hall, I would have probably rated you a top 3 team. And who cares what I say? If you like Fournette, go for him, you bad boy. Harris, Chubb, Hall. Those are three good running backs. Harris, Chubb, Hall, Kittle, Deontay. Very good. J4, I like that. Herbert, you're next. Okay, so Mahomes would have still been there. I would have taken him with a smile. I think Burrow would have probably fell too, but I was pressured. I need a running back.
Quick, make your pick.
I don't know if I love my squad over there. At the timeout really hurt. Burrow, Chubb, Chase, Keenan Allen, Waller. It's okay. Not excited about it. McCaffrey. All right, let's start a new mock draft over here while I'm doing this. Here we go. Copy link. I'll go from the 12. I'll probably go in the middle of the draft next time. Here we go. Jump into that mock. Do it live. Let's roll. McCaffrey, Cook, Higgins, Pitts, Brown. Yeah. Looks good, Herbert. You cuff Cook. I mean, you're taking a little bit of a gamble on the two running backs, but a gamble that's probably well worth it in one league like this, especially if you cuff, Cook, Higgins, and Hollywood, and Pitts. Pretty good trio right there to go along with those big RBs, bro. I would say definitely top 6 team. Henry, Kelsey, Waddle, Mahomes, Dillon. Pretty crafty, King. I like that. Swift, Rashad White. It's dumb. Why would you do that? Adams, Debo, ETN, Burrow, Walker. Diggs, Mixon, Barkley, Judy, Brandon Cooks, and then your boy Smitty went wildin' with Javonte, Lamb, DK, McLaurin, DJ Moore. Just decided to go crazy wide receiver. I was running out of time. What am I going to do? All right, good squads. All right, let's go from the... Are we full here? We'll start this. I'll go from the 6th spot in this one. So I'm going to copy the link, paste it over here, go jump into that mock. ESPN, I'm still a ways away. Don't love my team, don't hate my team. Did I copy the link right? Okay, yeah. There goes Vag. Everybody's filing in. We're going to fill up pretty quickly. Umberger got in. Appreciate you, Umberger. Let's roll. Anybody in the Graveyard group want to leave a voice message? Go ahead. Drop it. I'm on the clock. Probably go Adams. I've been picking Javonte like clockwork. So let's try a different approach. And I auto-picked. Why is this one... Oh, I turned off sound on just that tab. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. You know, let's try McCaffrey team. I kind of like it. Let's try it. I picked Pollard at 6.1 on ESPN. That's not bad. I like Pollard, bro. So I went Adams and Debo back-to-back here. I did timeout on McCaffrey here, but that's fine. I like trying out a McCaffrey team. Let's try it. Right here, I'm on the clock. Need a running back. I don't like Miles Sanders, but let's try it. Oof. That's the second ESPN team I haven't liked. And I love drafting on ESPN because... Here, let's go ahead. This is kind of underway. You guys can continue to draft in this if you want. I'm going to back out. I'm going to do one more ESPN draft. And we'll start it now. 10:35. We'll start it at 40, 10:40, which is 1:40. Okay, here we go. Dropping the ESPN mock, jumping into the ESPN draft. Starts in 5 minutes. There probably will be a bunch of randos in here if you wait too long. Approaching my draft slot here. Who am I rolling with? McCaffrey. I'm going to go ahead and cue Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill. Let's go to Tyreek Hill. ESPN's like, you guys love ESPN. I like it though. I like doing what you guys want. You guys like ESPN, let's do it. Let's do it more often. I like it. Slot available. There's one spot left in the ESPN draft. So Code's got Taylor, Allen, and Hall. That's like I said earlier, Code. That's my safe, like my worst case scenario, top 3 players from that one spot. There's nothing wrong with that. People might rip on it. I don't care. You can get a Hollywood and a Hopkins there, and then back up Hopkins with Ayuk, and like you can have a really good squad from that standpoint. Cup, Andrews, ETN, very, very decent. I mean. Again, I'm not a big Andrews guy in round 2. I did try it in the mock just to see. But it's a very balanced looking squad. Jefferson, A.J. Brown, and Connor. PJ timed out. I don't like the Connor pick. It's way too early, but you got timed out. So Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Connor. Harris, Kelsey, and who? Almost up here. Let me cue some people. Running backs. I don't know if there's anybody I'm going to take at running back. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Wide receiver. Higgins. McLaurin. Tight end, we got Kyle Pitts and Kittle. Whoops. Kittle's a little early, but I'm going to cue him anyway because I feel like he gets forgotten by me. And that's just not right. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the ESPN countdown before they do the second countdown or the third countdown or whatever. Vad is on the clock. He takes Keenan Allen. Herbert, I'm on the clock now. What's that? Okay, that's sleeper. Mahomes, Burrow. Let's go ETN. Woo! Woo! I mean, even worrying about McCaffrey, right? We're worrying about McCaffrey. Of course we are. But that's a pretty solid start there. Eckler, Kelsey. Okay, Kupp, Chubb, Herbert. Solid. Harris, Evans, Keenan. Chase, Hall, Metcalf, Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Barkley. And then, of course, that team. Then we got Eckler, Kelsey, Higgins. We got Henry, Aaron Jones. And we'll come back to Logan. I'm almost up here. I've got 2 wide receivers. I'm not going to force running back, but I most certainly need running back. Breece Hall often falls here, but he's not here. Monty and Gibby aren't bad here. A little risky. McLaurin's really good. George Kittle, and then of course we got Burrow and Herbert, I think here. So probably gonna roll with Monty and Gibby and just see how the double running back, double wide receiver. Yeah. So I think if I'm in this position, I don't like the forcing Adams and Debo as much as I like it, but as much as I like going Adams and Javonte. So I think from the 12 spot, if you can't go Swift and Javonte, I don't know, 9 times out of 10, you're going to like your team a little bit better if you go wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, Javonte. So Adams, Javonte versus forcing double wide. Just a thought. I mean, Javonte is just so smooth at that 12-13 turn, in my opinion. Henry, Jones, Pitts, very decent. Cook, Diggs, Mike Williams is early at 3.9. Broski. I don't know about clapping that 3.9 with the Mike Williams, man. I like McLaurin at 3.9 more than I like Mike Williams at 3.9. Swift, Mixon, Waddle, Elliott. I feel like I've seen that. I feel like that was the same team as last time. Javonte, Debo, Camaro, Walker. Umberger, don't take Walker at 4.2, bro. We talk about it over and over and over. That's almost take a lap worthy. A, you're ruining his ADP. Number 2, he's for sure, I don't care about in our community, but for sure going to be there at 5.11. So I would not do that in a real draft, broski. Lamb, Adams, Burrow, Gibby. Very, very good. Very good. See, that's, if we look at my 12 pick. Oh, I got to pick. Monty, Kittle. Who's there at quarterback? There's no Burrow. That's sad. Running back, Monty feels like the best guy. Deontay's there. No thank you in the 4th round. Give me David Montgomery. Give me the 3 RBs. Let's try that out. But like, look at this right here. Lamb, Adams, Burrow, Gibby. And then my 12, I forced a double wide on purpose. And just, if I would have Burrow there. 1 second. What was I saying? Adams, so just replacing Monty, he was a good pick there at 3.12, but replacing Monty with Burrow, and I love the team a whole lot more. I feel like don't listen to the haters. Force Burrow or Herbert at 4.1. Oh, I'm at pick 2. Drafting in 1 minute and 7 seconds. I'm at the 2 pick. Sound is on. We've done 6 mock drafts already by the time we end this, and the title of the stream says 5. We're just getting going. I'll have to retitle and re-graphic everything. Say 10 mock drafts. Not 5. 10's the number, not 5. What do we look like? Yeah, David says he doesn't go tight end early, but you got to try different things for sure, bro. Definitely smart good job. Way to step outside of the norm and just try different things. It's really important to do that I guess Lamar ain't bad here.
Welcome to the best day of the year, draft day.
See, Kenneth Walker wouldn't be horrible here. But let's just go Hurts there just for now. I don't want to ruin Kenneth Walker's ADP for nothing. Oh, I'm on the clock. So when JT got a timeout, if I'm not careful, give me Najee, baby. Give me Najee. Adams, Debo, Monty, Gibby, Hurts. I've drafted way better from that 12 spot. Henry, Lamb, Higgins, Mahomes, Schultz, McCaffrey, Mixon, Pittman in the third. No, Milf, no. That's almost like Fournette in round 2, man. No, that's so early. Pittman 3.10. He doesn't. He's hard, and he's a hard argument in the 4th, bro. I don't know way. Swift, Javante, unbelievable. Waddle, Burrow, Judy. Can I get an approved on that?
You've just been Smitty approved.
Unbelievable, bro. Like that team. You might even be able to get. I like Judy at 5.9. I'm just. In a real draft, you might even be able to smash a better player there. Cook, Hill, Allen, McLaurin, Dillon. Seeing you draft a lot better than that, Carrick, but it's good to try things out. Diggs, Evans, Pitts. I'm doing things where I don't like my teams as much either. Diggs, Evans, Pitts, Fournette, Jacobs. Okay. Chase, Aaron Jones, DK, Deontay, Elliott. Eckler, Chubb, Barkley, Kittle, Moore. Too many running backs for me when there's not a huge benefit, in my opinion. Harris, Kelsey, Herbert, Mike Williams, Kamara, again. You know, home run. If Kamara, I mean, if your team's in the mix, bro, you're doing good things with that Kamara pick. That's a good place. 5th round is okay. 3rd round, no. Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Connor. I'm a ways away from my pick here, right? Akers, Waller, Connor, A.J. Brown. Not bad. Cup, Andrews, Etienne, Mitchell, Murray. I like it. Taylor, Allen, Hall, Hollywood, Cooper. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try this again. This time I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to pick the best player available to me instead of trying out different approaches in this draft. So from the 12th pick, I'm going to go with what I want and not just getting all weird and crazy. This one right here, I'm going to go 4. And then the ESPN one, I'm up in 8 picks. So back to the sleeper draft. You guys fill these so fast. Okay, ready? Here we go. Taylor, Harris, Jefferson, Cup, and who? Are we full on this draft? Okay, here we go. ESPN, I am 4 picks away. Jefferson, number 2. JT, number 1. Your boy Smitty's at 1.4. Harris just went pretty easy smash for me. It's going to be Jamar Chase. He's my number 2 or 3, so I'll take him at 4 all day long. Heading back to the other draft, I'm at the 12 pick, and I'm about 4 picks away. ESPN, I'm 3 picks away. I already have Najee Harris in the ESPN league, so I'll go running back, but I'm going to look at wide receiver and see what I got. All right, I'll come back to that. Almost on the clock in draft number 1. Your boy Smitty is tired. Very, very tired. One pick away in the ESPN draft. I'm up. A.J. Brown ain't bad. Running back. I'm going to go with A.J. Brown, I think. All right, as I said, I'm not going to wait around. Oh, it looks like I have to go wide receiver in this one, which is fine because the flow is determining that. Let's try Cook. Cook's not bad. It's a 2.1. You cuff him, you'll be all right. I'm on the clock. I got Harris and A.J. Brown already. Go Breece Hall. So I got Najee, Breece Hall, A.J. Brown. I dig that. We almost had that in the throne draft. We could have went that way. So Cook and Adams here from the 12 spot for me. And Jamar Chase so far on this draft. So let's go over the teams from this side. Adams and Cook. That's me. Javonte and Lamb. Love it. Diggs and Aaron Jones. Really, really solid. Swift and whoever you choose there. Kyle. I'm a ways away in this draft, so let's go over to this one. I'm kind of coming up in that one. Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, all worth queuing, not all worth taking. Double wide. We'll see how this works. Kind of interesting. Oh, I'm on the clock. So, need a running back. Of course, Breece Hall got sniped by Victor. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate that. ETN's there, though. ETN's there to save the day. Yeah, buddies. Chase, Tyreek Hill, ETN. I can live with that. I'm on the clock in 10 picks over here. I got three. I got my three guys so far are Harris, Breece Hall, and A.J. Brown. Yeah, buddies. Oaktown on the clock, Oaktown. Let's see. So far, Taylor, Allen, Barkley, Jefferson, Evans, Fournette, Harris, Brown, Hall. I like that. Chase, Hill, ETN. Of course, I like that. I drafted it. Cup, Andrews, Higgins, Eckler, Kelsey, Metcalf. That's pretty decent, although Metcalf's a little high there, but I mean, it still looks really strong. McCaffrey, Debo, Pitts is really unique, and I like that. Swift, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, Henry, Javonte, McLaurin's pretty good. Cook, Chubb, Herbert, Mixon, Adams, and we're TBA on that. I'm 6 picks away in the ESPN draft. I'm getting closer to being on the clock here. I can go any direction I want to go because I have taken a very balanced approach, so I'm not worried about any position. I'm just looking at value here. Let me queue up my people. And I'm guessing that a quarterback is probably going to be in my Yeah, I like this team. I think I'm probably gonna go. Do I go Kittle and Burrow? No. Do I go? Who's there at wide receiver? Deontay. So probably go Gibson and Burrow. God, that timer is going crazy. Gibson and Burrow. Yeah, I like that. So Devontae Adams, Dalvin Cook, Gibby, and Burrow. Pretty solid. Javonte, Lamb, Montgomery, and who do you take MVP? The sleeper. I'm at the sleeper site signed in. How do I get in the draft, Smitty? Fantasy Dog, I dropped the links in the live chat, buddy boy. I'll probably do one or two more of the sleeper drafts, so just click the link as soon as I drop them, okay? Diggs, Lamb, Monty, Connor, Mixon, Adams, Waddle, Elliott. Timeout. Mixon, Adams, Waddle, Elliott. Oh, I'm up on the ESPN draft. I've got Harris, Breece Hall, A.J. Brown. At running back, I'm not loving I'm on the clock in the other draft. Great. Let's go ahead and just take the monster that is let's take Joe Burrow. Okay, I'm up in this draft. I'm going to time out. Oh, God. Lamar, I guess. I was going to time out. I got auto-drafted Lamar anyway. I like this team. Yeah, buddies. Good-looking squads. We'll go over that one real quick at the end. Waller, Kittle. I like that team 3. Harris, AJ Brown, Breece Hall, Kittle. That's pretty good. And Kittle's even like a tad early, and it still feels good. Burrow, Harris, Hall, AJ Brown, Mike Williams, Hollywood Brown. Who's there at tight end? Kittle. This is round 5. Let's try Kittle. Up here. I'm going to time out again if I'm not careful. Deontay in round 5 is better than Deontay in round 4. That's for certain. Let's go. Dalton's early, but I feel like I'm drafting not my best tonight. You ever feel like when you're mock drafting, you're like, I'm just not drafting like a machine. I'm taking dumb chances. I'm clicking on stupid guys. Probably because I'm tired, but I'm definitely not in elite mock draft mode right now. I'm not feeling like my teams are fired. This is a good team, but Chase, Hill, Etienne, Lamar, Schultz. Yeah, that's good. I'm being hard on myself. That's pretty good. Chase, Hill, Etienne, Jackson, Schultz. That's not bad. But I still feel like overall, I'm a little disappointed in a couple moves here and there, like in every mock I'm doing. Adams, Cook, Gibson, Burrow. That's pretty solid too. This one, Burrow, Harris, Hall, A.J. Brown, Kittle. Actually, that's solid too. I'm being a little hard on myself. I'm liking all 3 of them. I think earlier I wasn't feeling as good. You know, you just have one of those moments where you're like, I don't know. I'm not on my game. I'm partly worn out. I'm live all the time. I'm drained as can be. But and I can't even tell if I'm on the clock. No, I'm on. Okay, so I'm almost up on this draft. Let's look at your ESPN draft, Avi. Aaron Jones, Eli Mitchell, Jefferson, Waddle, DJ Moore. It's pretty good, Avi. I mean, I've seen you do better, but it's not bad. All right, I'm almost up here. This 5.12 is such a tough pick. People are crazy taking Godwin. Where they take Godwin, it's insane. I don't even know who to take at this point anymore from this 5.12. With you guys, it's really hard. Like, even if I took a Tony Pollard, it's a reach. It's a reach, but like, I love him. All right, I'm not gonna review the teams. We're gonna do one more mock draft on each. I'm gonna take the 7 spot here and drop that bad boy. Okay, Fantasy Dog, click the link. I just dropped it, and then we'll do one more mock over here. This is our last ESPN mock that we have going right now. I'm not doing another ESPN mock, but I'm gonna take the 2 pick. I don't think I've had the 2 pick tonight. So there you go, broskies. Jump in. That filled fast. The Fantasy Dog, get in that link I just dropped. The second one always fills a little bit slower than the first one, so that one's been wide open. Fantasy Dog, you have no excuse getting in this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots still available. Fantasy Dog, grab a spot. You can do it. I have faith in you, good buddy. I have faith in you. You can do it, Fantasy Dog. I don't know if one of those is you. All right, we're starting in that one. JT. I'm going to go with Najee yet again. I'm on the clock here. All 3 wide receivers are gone. This is an interesting pick. Eckler. Yeah. Whoa. Eckler's good there. Up and 8 picks in the ESPN draft. Burrow, Harris, Breece Hall, A.J. Brown, George Kittle. I dig it. MVP, who you taking? By your avatar, I'm not surprised. Swift is a good pick at 1.9, to be honest. I like that a lot. Double A doing. Oh, okay. Fantasy Dog is in. Your ghost. I must be in draft 1. There you go. Oh, Fantasy Dog's on the clock. Speaking of the man himself. Eddie wants me to review his team. Okay, Eddie. Mendoza. Team Mendoza. Jackson, Eckler, Gibson, Tyreek Hill, Pitts. I like it a lot. I don't think you made any bad picks. I like that a lot. That would definitely be a top 5 team, I think. Good job. I like it. All right, I'm a ways away in this draft. I'm actually coming up on this one, so let's hit the queue. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. My eyes are about to shut. Oh. Nev wants me to look at his team. All right, after this pick, I will. I'm always getting stuck with Tyreek Hill. Guys, better not get hurt. I'm on the clock, Nev, and then I'll look at your team. Michael Thomas, no thank you. I mean, Hopkins, we're in round 6. It's about where he goes. Kareem Hunt, about 7 or 8. I like Kareem Hunt. I got my quarterback already. I got my tight end. Why did Godwin go at 6'1"? It's the craziest thing. 6th round, I'll go Kenneth Walker, I suppose. 6th round. I don't think we're ruining his ADP or anything. Who am I looking at here? Nevin. Mahomes, JT, ETN, Metcalf, Claypool, Waller. I love it. That's definitely top 5 or 6, bro. Nice work. All right, almost up here. Chubb. Oh, God, all night I'm getting Chubb and Hill. You know that sound. I'm up in the other draft. Let's go. Let's try quarterback. Kareem Hunt, Tony Pollard. I kind of like Kareem Hunt here. Avatar dropping another super. He wants a mashed potato. You're getting one, bro. You're getting one. You just wait. I'm coming for you. 1 second, buddy boy. Let's go Kareem Hunt. Let's get a little crazy up in this mug. I'm on the clock real quickly, and then I'm gonna send you an attaboy. Let's go Brees. Get Breesed. Harris, Josh Allen, Brees Hall. Love it. We could have had that in the Throne League, or we could have JT. Where are we at? Avatar with the mashed potato. Let's see. Avatar says, oh, have I had this on the screen the whole time? I'm sorry, guys. Someone should have told me. I'm sorry. That was probably in the way. Avatar said, mock time, mashed potato. Avatar, Smitty approved, 24/7, 365. Attabrowski. God, I'm on the clock again. That's what happens when you do.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
That's what happens when you do 3 mocks at the same time. What draft am I up on this one? Am I on the clock at this one? No. Eckler, Hill, Gibby. Got a timeout. Oh my God. I guess McLaurin. I'm gonna time out. I guess McLaurin. There probably was a court. Yeah, I'm fine though. This team looks pretty good in my ESPN draft. I've got Burrow, Najee, Brees Hall, AJ Brown, Kittle, Walker, Kareem Hunt. Feeling pretty good about that. Thanks again, Avatar. Appreciate you, buddy. Nev, you out? Until next time. Anderer. Oh, you did try telling me. Sorry, Michael. I'm like, hey, let's mock draft. It's like right in the way. I'm sorry. That was bad. It actually was only like right here, right? So it wasn't like totally in the way. $13 picks away. About 6 picks away. And 10 picks away. So we'll go here. Mahomie. Henry, Cook, Fournette. Let's go over these teams. Double A. Diggs, Lamb, Pittman, Mahomes. No double A. I mean, do what you want. What do I know? But Pittman at anywhere in the 3, even the 4.1, it's too high for me. I think there's running backs. Isn't there a running back you could get? Like, isn't Gibby or someone like that worth more than Pittman? I would think so. I would think you could replace Pittman later than replace this running back right here. That would be my thinking. So I'm not a fan of that pick, but I like Lamb, Diggs, and Mahomes. So I'm a fan of 3/4 of your team, 75%. Henry, Cook, Fournette, Burrow. Again, why go Fournette when you've got Waddle? And oh no, it's going the other way. I would have gone another direction, bro. Than to grab Fournette when you already have 2 running backs. J4. But yeah, I've seen you draft some crushing teams so far, though. So you've done good tonight. Gibby is a good pick here, and I do need a running back. I mean, I can use a running back. It's not like I'm overdrafting a running back here. Darren Waller's interesting, but maybe too early for me. Joseph Burrow's gone. All the usual suspects at quarterback that I'm willing to take are gone. So we're going to go with little Gibby action. Eckler, Tyreek Hill, McLaurin, Gibby. I'm for it. I'm here for it. A few picks away here. Let's Let's hit the pre-rank list and make sure I don't get stuck with my Pantalontes down. Man, I really wish you guys would leave some players I like. 4.11. It's too early for some of these guys, but literally there's no one left. This is a bad example of where to take some of these guys, but like, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm probably gonna go. It's too early. 4.11 is too early for Mike Williams, but I'm not gonna need to do that in the real world. You guys are amazing drafters. I'm not just trying to blow smoke up your rear end either. I mean, you guys are really tough to mock draft with. And I think anything we do here, we can do even better in the real world. Give me Ayuk here. Ayuk in round 9? Isn't that good? I mean, that's pretty good. I'm about done with this draft because I'm like on the clock every time I click it. Oh man, I'm gonna time out. Elijah Mitchell, Harris, Josh Allen, Breece Hall. That's a good team though. I feel like I definitely reached on some peeps, but Najee, Josh Allen, Breece Hall, Mike Williams, Elijah Mitchell. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. That's pretty good. Good. Taylor, Chubb, Andrews, Deontay Jackson. Okay. Jefferson, Keenan. Keenan's a little early in the second. I think he's a third rounder, like locked and loaded. I don't think he's even got much of a 2-round ADP going at all, does he? Herbert, Hollywood, Chase, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Monty, Murray. I think in this case, Hollywood Brown, he's always a touch early, but he's a great safety net player. Like, I really like Hollywood Brown this year, like especially in the 5-6. But like, if you have to, like in this case, like the wide receivers are getting sniped left and right. Like there's no wide receivers left. Like Hollywood Brown was the best wide receiver here, but in this draft strategy, you will have better wide receivers likely there. Also not huge on Elliott, but at 5.3, if you cuff him to Pollard, it's pretty good. I mean, it can be good. Not that it's pretty. I don't like it, but I think it can work. Chase, AJ Brown, Metcalf, Monty, Kyler, Eckler, Jones, Higgins. Oh, I autoed. Dang it. There goes my perfect draft. Hawkinson. Who'd I have gone? Schultz at least. I'm done with the ESPN draft. I'm just going to close it. I'm just going to close it. I'm sorry. I should have turned it on auto. I'm sorry. That's going to go for a minute. No, it's 30 seconds, right? So it's okay. Eckler. Aaron Jones, Higgins, Waller, Dewey. I'm okay with that. Cup, Evans, Connor, Burrow, Dobbins. That's pretty good. McCaffrey, Debo, Barkley, Kittle, Hurts. Fantasy, dog. Yeah, buddy. Mixon, Kelsey, Fournette, Pittman, and Cooks. Swift, Hill, Pitts, Mahomes, Cooper. This one, I would have not reached on Fournette and Pittman, to be honest, but it's okay, fantasy dog. I appreciate you. Avatar dropping another super. Just like a monster. Avatar, I'm going to do one more mock just for you. These teams real quick, at a glance. I really loved what I had going on here, and then I timed out on Hawkinson. Let me see. Swift, Mixon, Javonte, Debo, Waddle, Monty, Schultz. Love that team. Henry, Cook, Fournette, Burrow, Mooney, Diggs, Lamb, Pittman, Harris, Josh Allen, Pitts, Hollywood, Mitchell. Probably my favorite team so far. Chase, Kelsey, okay. Cup, Chubb, Herbert, Kamara, Waller. That's pretty good because if Kamara doesn't miss it, yeah, that could be good. That could be sneaky good. Jefferson, A.J. Brown, ETN, Mike Williams, Sutton. Too much wide receiver action. McCaffrey, Evans, Barkley, Judy, Taylor, Andrews, Hall, Moore, Jackson. That's pretty good. Nice job. All right, this is the last one. We're going to make it 10-second. Fantasy Dog, you've never, an Avatar, you've done this. 12-team, 10-second. Fantasy Dog, jump into this one. I'm going to send this to Avatar. Avatar, send me a DM on Instagram real quick, and I'm going to give you the link so you can get into this one. You deserve it. It's going to be 10-second, though. So get on over to IG and DM me real quick. Avatar, DM me real quick. I'll take the 11 pick. Copy the link. Finish grading these. Swift, Hill, Pitts, Mahomes, Cooper. I like that. Cook, Lamb, Gibby, Moore, Schultz, Henry, Adams, Kamara, McLaurin, Akers, Diggs, Javonte, Etienne, Waddle, Wilson. Probably one of my favorite teams is this end one. That's great. That's my favorite, Michael. I like that one. Unless I already called out a favorite over here. Yeah, I think, Michael, I like yours the best. All right, this is the last mock draft of the night. Avatar, here's the link, buddy boy. Appreciate all you do. Thank you for clarifying that was you. Jump in there. And I'm going to drop this one in the graveyard chat as well. Little benefits and perks of being a loyal soldier here. And then, so I'm drop that in the graveyard chat. I'm going to give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's the link now to the rest of the world. Boom. Smitty, how do you think Team Hunt drafted? How do you think Team Hunt drafted in the ESPN League? I don't have it up anymore, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize. Here we go. Avatar's in the building. This is 10 second. This is not for the faint of heart. Jay Taylor, Harris, Logan. I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to get a Mexican Coke out of the freezer that I've got chilled to the perfect temperature. Hopefully it hasn't frozen. And then getting, you know, just, I don't know what probably going to watch Animal Kingdom season, the new season. There's like 3 or 4 DVR'd episodes, or I'm going to roll through those. Can't wait to watch it. It's only 11:17 p.m. my time. I got plenty of time to watch 2-3 hours of that bad boy. Okay, I'm on the clock. Almost timed out. I had to just punch it. Is Swift gone? Yeah, so I got to go Diggs. Okay, I like that. Oh, man. James says, Coca-Cola is bad for you, Smitty. Smitty, Coca-Cola is bad for you. I know, James. Thank you, James. It's probably bad for you to mock draft it for 3-4 hours a day, bro. But I still do that. Thank you, Kang. Kango, where you been? Kango in the building. I like seeing Kango's face. Kango. 80 in here. Please hit the thumb up button. Blackbeard says that we need more thumbs up. Please punch the thumb up button. 81 of you are hanging out in here. Punch it. Punch it. What's up, Bo? Appreciate you being here. Smitty, how do you think? Oh, I already read that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Post your team, Lee, if you can post it. Brian, post your team. If you still have it, post your team. Both you guys post your team. Kango. Smitty, do you like Debo or Lamb more this year? I like them about the same. Probably Debo if I've got to pick, but I really like both of them. Avatar's got McCaffrey and Antonio Brown. The key to a 10-second mock is make sure you have at least a couple players in your queue. Don't be left like with no one in your queue, because when it comes time to time out, you can at least punch somebody. You know, you can be like, boom, boom. Oh, man, ETN. I wanted ETN. I knew he wasn't going to fall, but, I mean, I wanted ETN. Gosh darn it. I always want ETN on my team. All right, I'm up. Let's go with the. This is early, but I'm going to time out. And I'll tell you why in a second. Like, I want a quarterback. I'm going to take a quarterback. And because I know Kyle can only take one, and I'm fine with, Mahomes or Burrow. I could have taken Waddle at 4.2, but I'm like, I'll let him take one of the quarterbacks, and he didn't, and probably get Burrow. So I like that. That's good. Kango, where you been, bro? Punch the thumbs up button, my people. Help your boy Smitty. I probably should go to see if there's a Coke. Hold on, I'm gonna take the Coke stand. We'll review these teams before we leave. Love you, Smitty. Been here for you, fantasy. I haven't noticed you. Oh, God, I'm going to time out. Oh, no. All my Q players are gone. Ah! Okay. That's all right. How did Goddard get on my queue? I think I was trying to click, and I'm okay with Schultz timing out there. That's fine. I would have strongly considered taking him. All right, let's look at these teams. Taylor, Chubb, Andrews, Deontay, Kyler, very solid. Harris, Brees, Hall, Keenan Allen, Hollywood Brown, Sutton. Nice. Jefferson, Allen, Barkley, Connor, Kittle. Okay. No, nobody's standing out or looking bad. It's like they're very even. I think a lot of people will like that team. I think a lot of people that like Barkley will like that team, especially people like Barkley and like Connor. Cup, Kelsey, Kamara's too early at 3.4, my man. It could lose you a league, man. It could lose you a league. I think in the fourth round you'd be a little bit better, but you could. I mean, some people argue Fournette in round 3, so you could swap those two. In the end, your team still looks pretty good, and if you can stay afloat, then you could come on like a holy terror at the end of the year, bro. So, Chris, this would work if you had the right, players in place. McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, Metcalf, Jackson, Jacobs is pretty good. Metcalf's like a round early, but it works. Lamar's a round early, so I'd work on maybe not reaching with those 2 draft slots, the 3rd and the 4th round specifically. But, I mean, it's still a good build. It's still top 6 capable for sure. Chase. Yeah, and especially like I think Avatar, this approach, like I think I've told you this before, this approach is going to leave you with better options in your real draft because we're sniping the heck out of each other. So I have a feeling that you'd have a much better player than Jacobs there. I have a feeling you wouldn't necessarily have to grab Metcalf because you'd have Breece Hall available or you'd have ETN available. And in this draft, you don't because we're sniping the heck out of everybody here. So I have a feeling, Avatar, you would have an unbelievable top 3 team from that draft slot had players fallen like they probably will for you. Thank you, Blackbeard. Got cute on Camara. Okay, Chris. Chris is a 10-second timer. It's hard not to get timed out, so good job. Chase, Jones, Herbert, Mike Williams, Waller. Pretty good. That's a pretty good team. Code, that's probably top 5. Eckler, Hill, ETN, Mahomes, Mitchell. I really like that team. That's top 5. Carrick, Swift, Cook, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Wilson. Really good. Henry, Mixon, Higgins, Pittman, Allen Robinson. I don't know, Ale. I have a feeling you're not in love with it either. And it's not your fault. You tried a strategy. It didn't necessarily hit right. I think from that 9 pick, it's hard to go running back. I've noticed. I think it's a little bit better to go balanced. But, I mean, you might like Higgins, Pittman, and A-Rob. I don't as my trio. Not when I feel like I don't have. It's not like I have, like JT and Javonte or something, to account for that. I don't know how you feel about it. Adams, Evans, Judy. Judy at 3.10, double A. I had to take a double A. Judy at 3.10 is very, very high. Still a good team, but imagine if you didn't reach there. I like it. I mean, I like it double A considering. Like somehow you still have a really good like it's you cuff Elliott, you're gonna be good. But I definitely would wait on Judy, my man. That's a little bit early. Javonte, Diggs, Waddle, Burrow, Schultz. Give me a top 6 spot at the big boy table, please. Javonte, Diggs, Waddle, Burrow, Schultz. I want to see it at the big boy table. Lamb, Debo, Gibby, Monty, Prescott. That could be at the big boy table too. That's all she wrote. You guys want to do a quick speed round in the chat here of answering questions. So as fast as I can go, please drop a question and I will respond as quick as I can. We'll do a very, very, very quick speed session here. Let me go ahead and let's go with where is it at? Fantasy Football Court.
It's time for fantasy football. Court.
Court is in session.
First question is actually a voice message.
Know your thoughts on Michael Thomas. What's up, Smitty? I just wanted to know your thoughts on Michael Thomas.
We're all
because
whispering.
the way I see it, Michael Thomas and Christian McCaffrey both haven't had a good year since 2019. But Christian McCaffrey is going in the middle of the first, and Michael Thomas is going in, the middle of the 6th. So, I was just wondering what you thought about him. And, like I said, the way I see it, McCaffrey's either getting drafted too high or Michael Thomas is getting drafted too low.
I agree in both counts. McCaffrey, I'll take at 7. I auto-drafted him in one of our mocks tonight at 5, and it was a good team. I still felt good about it. I mean, McCaffrey's got upside. He hasn't fallen off. We could see Todd Gurley had already fallen off. McCaffrey, I don't know that we've seen it, but I certainly feel like there's a lot of risk. So I'm going to say both of them are not worth their ADP. McCaffrey, not top 5. Mike Thomas is round 7 or 8, not round 5 or 6. He hasn't proven anything. He's not back yet. When he's back, we'll talk. He's not back yet. So I'm going to go ahead and say no ski to the broski, if you know what I mean. Good question, though. Watson or Ayuk in Dynasty? Give me I don't know if Watson could be done, but he also could be out 6 games and play this year. The NFL and Sue Robinson it's all on Sue Robinson. There's a better chance that Sue Robinson leaves this door open for Watson to play this year. I just wonder if the NFL can come back, and we'll find out more. I'll have an attorney on to talk about it maybe this week. I'll try and get a hold of Tony the Tiger, attorney at law, and get him on here and have him come on and talk about whether, let's say Sue Robinson says personal conduct violation, out 6 to 8 games. Let's say she comes in and says that. Then two new cases. It doesn't matter if it's the same attorney. They're two separate cases. If they pop up, what does that do? The NFL then review that. Like, there's got to be some kind of note or comment toward future cases, and that those don't apply to this is what I'm thinking Sue Robinson might say. She might come in with a 6 to 10 game suspension and say, but if any other cases arise, we're back to square one. And that's where I think Watson could be in trouble more than with Sue. So give me Ayuk in Dynasty, but I can understand somebody wanting to get crazy up on this mug and be like, give me Watson. Meet the Woo says bigger bust, Lenny or Akers. Akers to me, because Akers is going in the 3rd round, and I don't know that he hasn't proven he's back. I think those Achilles injuries are unproven. There's nobody that's come back from a torn Achilles tendon and become a top 10 running back or return to top 10 running back form. So he's going in the 3rd round. It's way too high. Lenny falls into the 3rd round too, but at least he's in the lineup and going to be capable until he gets hurt or whatever. I think Rachaad White eventually takes over, but I like Fournette more than I like Akers. That probably surprises this guy right here, Brian, who says Pollard or Hunt. Give me kind of tied, bro. Give me Pollard, but I do love me some Kareem Hunt this year. I'm on board with it. James Conner or Breece Hall, round 4. This is the easiest question I've probably been asked my entire life, Logan. This is probably the easiest. Breece Hall.
To the moon.
I don't know that I've been asked an easier question in my lifetime. Appreciate you, Logan. Watson is done, says Kango. Who do you prefer out of Monty, Zeke, and Connor? Give me Monty, then Connor, then Zeke. And if you can cuff Pollard to Zeke, I still don't think I move him to 2. I think he still stays 3. Olave and redraft, double-digit rounds is where I would target him, and if that's too low, I probably don't go near him. Who do I prefer? Already got that one. I'm sorry. How do you draft? What's the draft strategy? I'm sorry. How does your draft strategy change if your league has 4 bench slots? It makes me want to try. I had a question like this earlier. I don't know if this is you that asked me on the text line this today, but somebody asked me on the text line today, and I said that I would trade to get bigger guns. I would try and trade to get 4 or 5 big guns and leave a couple of my lineup spots wide open and have no draft picks. Like, do 2-for-1s. Here's a 5th and a 6th rounder for a 3rd. Here's a 4th and a 6th rounder for a 2nd or whatever, and get an extra big gun, because with 4 bench spots, your waiver wire is loaded with talent. So I'd rather upgrade to have 4 monsters on my team with nobody in rounds 5, 6, and 7 to draft, and then just come in round 7, 8, 9, fill it, and then also know that I could go to waivers at any moment. So that's it. Trading opens the door to trading, bro. Running back, or wide receiver. Ultimately, Eddie, balance is always maybe a little bit better, but you can't plan for this. It's flow. You're on the clock at 12, and Javonte and Swift are there. You smash running back, because you're going to get at least one of Waddle, DK, McLaurin, Kyle Pitts, and maybe 2 of those guys, or you could go Burrow and DK. I mean, you tell me, Eddie, does Javonte, DeAndre Swift, Joe Burrow, and DK Metcalf sound good to you? The answer is yes. I already know. I can predict the future. I know that you like that, Eddie. And so that's a smash. But do I go wide receiver? Yeah, if Javonte and Swift are both gone, do I go Adams and Javonte? I love that too. And I wouldn't force running back just because Swift and Javonte works at 12. Kango knows. Mooney or Bateman? Give me Mooney. I'm not sold on Bateman yet. Best ball Superflex. Pick one as a QB2. Fields, Ryan, Winston. Probably Ryan as a safety play, but Fields is a little bit more upside maybe. You know what I'm saying, bro? Well, Christian McCaffrey and Barkley stay healthy. I say not both of them, but that's my prediction. Probably lean. Maybe they both split getting hurt different times of the year. I highly doubt both stay healthy. Damian Harris or Zeke. Give me Damian and then cuff him. Ramondre is pretty easy to cuff to Damian. Bateman says Kango. I'm not against either one of those answers, but you know, I think Bateman's got a little bit to prove. But that's just me, you know. Kango, I don't hate any of you guys liking him. But don't expect him to be a wide receiver 1. Let's temper expectations and hope that as a wide receiver 3 in your lineup, he could become a wide receiver 2. Then I'm okay with Bateman. I really am at that stage in the game. I'm okay with that. The Baltimore running back situation was horrible. They will run the ball if they can, and Jackson didn't help Andrews at all. Schultz, Waller, Andrews, same tier. Your thoughts on Waller? Was hurt half the year. I'm not really sure what you're asking here, Fantasy Dog, but I think Andrews is the number 2 clear-cut tight end, but I like the idea of drafting Schultz in round 7 if you can. 6 is okay too. Then drafting Andrews in 2 or top of 3. I like the idea of drafting Waller at the end of 5 or even at the beginning of 6. Probably the same amount as I like Andrews. I'm sorry, the same amount as I like Schultz because it's a later value. I'm more about the late tight end acquisition, bro. Javonte or Harris in Dynasty. Harris, what Harris? You Najee. I was thinking Damian for some reason. I'm going to say Javonte, but you have to be smart about what that means and how you go about it. Like, Javonte's drafted later, so take advantage if you can. But I mean, if I've like my example, I'm getting on a plane and someone says the door's closing. Who scores more? I got $100 on it, Smitty. Who scores more, Javonte or Harris? At the end of the year, Javonte. Door closes. I get on a plane. I land in week 18, and you tell me what happened. My answer is Javonte in that scenario. But a lot goes into this. Like, do you trade down? Are you making this a trade? Then you get more because you need to. Will Olave finish as a wide receiver 2-3? I think more of like a 3-4, and then at the end of the year he's firing off as a wide receiver 3 potentially. But I'm not going to expect a 2. No. I mean, you got Mike Thomas there. Not that Mike Thomas I trust. Winston coming off the ACL. Kamara may be in and out of the lineup for, I don't know what to expect, bro. Ken Walker or Rashad White plus Tyler Algier plus Damian Pierce in Dynasty. Kenneth Walker or White, Algier, Pierce. Give me Kenneth Walker. I love Algier though. I love White, but give me Kenny Walker. Kenny Walker all day. Kango, appreciate you. Singletary or Damian Harris. Flip a coin, master. I suppose Damian Harris, but it depends on if you've got to get him a lot higher than Singletary. Harris was going in round 3 or 4 like 2-3 months ago. I couldn't believe it. Now he's fallen to like 5-6, which is acceptable. I don't like either, to be honest. Singletary, Harris. I hope I don't have that problem. AJ Brown or CeeDee Lamb in Dynasty. Lamb chops for me, but I love both, bro. And I wouldn't really make this decision based on owning Hurts. I'd almost look at it like Lamb and Hurts is a little safer to diversify away from the Philadelphia offense, which, while it could be very explosive, we haven't seen it yet. So I'd rather diversify and lay off some talent elsewhere because Lamb's already getting drafted over AJ Brown. And Lamb's a top 12, 13 overall pick in Dynasty or redraft. AJ Brown is second round in Dynasty, maybe third round. So why would you even mess with that? You know what I mean? Take the higher guy. Don't worry about the stack. But Lamb chops and Hurts is better to own. Is there a QB that we can draft late that has a chance of being a top 10? Trey Lance. All day long, bro. Trey Lance could be top 5 to 7. Who is the cuff for CMC? Deontay Foreman or Chuba. Probably Foreman, but it could be either, man. Matt Stafford or Russell Wilson. Preference, but I go Russell Wilson. You could struggle changing teams, or you could light it on fire, bro. I mean, Tom Brady moves teams, wins the Super Bowl. Stafford moves teams, wins the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson moves teams, definitely could be in the Super Bowl. I mean, they've got that kind of caliber team. Javonte to the moon. That's why Javante's got to be unlocked. You can't make this team do what it needs to do with Melvin Gordon when Javonte is that tackle-breaking special player that can be the number one running back in the league if he got fed enough. You know what I'm saying? I see my man in the cup, Blackbeard, Adams or Lamb in redraft this year. Probably lean Adams, but like I'm okay getting Lamb if there's a discount or some trade, or, you know, I'm feeling frisky, you know, or the wind's blowing one way. Hanging to the left a little or to the right one day versus another could definitely change. Side by side, 2 leagues, I go 1 Lamb, 1 Adams, if that makes you feel more comfortable with my assessment. How confident are you that Judy will be the wide receiver 1 in Denver? Confidence level of 6.5 or 7 out of 10. I don't want to over emphasize. I think it's for sure a lock. No, it's not. I mean, injury, a lot of things could take it out. But I do feel like that's about 50%, right? Cortland Sutton would be lower than that. So obviously on the other side of that percentage. Are you running back heavy in first 2 rounds, or running back wide receiver in full dynasty? Again, Quentin, like I said earlier, it's about best player available, bro. You can't have a predetermined plan of attack or a set mindset to go any kind of position. You decide on a position. What you're telling me, Quentin, I don't know why I got rid of your question while I'm answering it. Quentin, if you tell me you're going to go wide receiver, running back, or running back, wide receiver, you're committing to maybe passing on the best player available. And Quentin, that does not sound smart, does it? No. Take the best player available always, bro. Always. If that leads you down running back, it leads you down that path. If it leads you down running back, wide receiver, then it leads you down running back, wide receiver. The only time you force a position is when all things seem very close and equal, or like you already have a starting tight end and you can't draft tight end. You're not going to go tight end. That's all part of best player available. Best player available in the context of your team. Doesn't mean you take the highest player on the draft on the pre-rank list either, Quentin. That's not what I'm saying. I'll reach for a player because they're the best player available. I'll take Breece Hall at 3.4 instead of waiting till 4.4 and risking it that somebody else is going to grab him. So where are we at? What's your favorite position to draft from? The 12 pick right now. The 12 pick is definitely my favorite. Quentin, definitely, I'm going to have a video on thefantasyfootballshow.com that'll talk about best player available. Elijah Moore or Amari Cooper redraft. Give me Elijah Moore. Evans, last of the wide receiver ones. Fantasy dog. I mean, I think he could be entrenched in the 10, 9, 8 range. I mean, he could, but yeah, I mean, he's going to be in the second half of the top 10 wide receivers for sure. Seems like a crazy question, but do you think Marlon Mack has any value this year? I don't. I'd rather just not take him at all and take Dameon Pierce later. Wide receivers suck after Evans, says Fantasy Dog. They just get in a different tier, but, you know, I would say like Hollywood Brown and you know, I think after Mike Evans, you got DK, Waddle, McLaurin. I don't know that I agree with that fully, but I understand what you're trying to say. Evans over Debo. I go Debo. I mean, think about where they're getting drafted. Debo's going in the, and maybe you don't agree with the ADP, but Debo's going in the 12 to 14 area or 11 to 14. Evans is now going higher, but he's still like at the end of round 2, you know, when people are even reaching. He belongs in round 3, in my opinion. Tight end flyer. I don't know if I call him a flyer, but Freiermuth is my favorite double-digit round tight end. He usually goes in the double-digit rounds. I love like Zach Ertz is good really, really late. Alberto is still interesting, even though he's had a lot of his potential upside diminished a little since the drafting of the rookie. So I love Freiermuth. I don't think you can get Freiermuth so late. You really have no excuse of passing, ending up getting screwed at tight end. I think Muth is there for you. You can even reach a 9 to make sure you get him. What's your take on Swift this year? I think Swift is going to have a monster year. Things are different than last year. People that say, Smitty, you're finally coming around on Swift. No, I'm not. This is every year's different. And when you have guys like Anthony Lynn holding back Swift, calling it a running back by committee, saying Jamal Williams is the number one running back, proving that Jamal Williams is in his mind, the number one running back, horrible play calling, no ball movement until the end of the year. They started getting things going after they've ripped the play calling duties from Anthony Lynn's Kung Fu grip. And guess what happens when they did that? Guess what happened when they did that? They did well. So there's rhyme and reason as to why Swift wasn't a great 12 or 13 overall pick, which is where he was going in early mock drafts in February, March, when I was having a big don't take Swift that high campaign going. Everything's different. Swift is an absolute potential monster at the end of round 1. And you draft him with Javonte Williams or an Adams, if you will, you're in a good spot. Irv Smith is 23 years old. Fantasy Dog likes Irv Smith. A lot of people do. You're not alone. I'm not huge on him, but he's not bad. He's not bad. What's the earliest round you take a QB? I take Josh Allen at the end of 2. I love Burrow in 5-6. I think that wins leagues, and I'd rather wait for Burrow in 5-6 than take Josh Allen, but it's all about flow. If there is not a good option for me on the board when I'm on the clock at 2.12, one of those bookend picks is going to be Josh Allen if I'm not feeling the players, because he would be the best player available. And I'll force a running back early approach if he's the best player available, but it all depends on flow. Usually Breece Hall is there at that 3.1 to 3.5 territory. So usually I'm bailed out from having to go Josh Allen early, which I would do again, because I take Breece Hall at 3.4, 3.5, 3.3, and I love it. I'm all about it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care if it's a little bit of a reach, because I don't want anybody else getting the same idea I am. And I pretty much guarantee that by the end of the year, you're going to see this man, Breece Hall, going in round 2, at the end of round 2. I'd say by the end of August. By the end of August, round 2, Breece Hall is going to be a staple. I firmly believe it. Not really just saying, wow, seems like he has been around forever. Who are we talking about here? Cup, Stafford versus Chase, Burrow stack. Burrow and Chase stack by a mile, because you got Cup and Chase is arguable, right? You might take Cup ahead of Chase. You might take Chase ahead of Cup. You're taking Burrow ahead of Stafford. So very, very easy call for me. Talent-wise, Gesicki is fire. However, there's no way I'm drafting him this year lined up in the slot. Yeah, I mean, Tua can't feed everybody. No one's going to be consistent. Maybe because Tyreek Hill and Waddle get to run a lot of Deebo Samuel type plays, because Mike McDaniel came over from the Niners to be head coach of the Dolphins this year. He is the architect of all the Deebo Samuel stuff, so he's going to bring that role, that wide back role, over to Tyreek Hill and to Waddle. And I don't want to hear Tyreek Hill can't play wide back, he's not big enough. If you say that, if those words come out of your mouth, you don't know what wide back means, because it doesn't mean running back. Deebo played running back and wide receiver. And Deebo doesn't want to play running back anymore. He wants to play wide back and wide receiver. They're all three very different things. The Niner running back room was injured to the point where Deebo actually became a running back behind the line of scrimmage, behind the quarterback, running up the gut. That is different than playing wide back out wide as a wide receiver. You're a running back out wide. You step back behind the quarterback or behind the line of scrimmage. You get the football in your hands near the line of scrimmage, and you take off with it. You do your own thing. Jet sweeps, all kinds of stuff. That's wide back. People have it real twisted up as to what wide back is. Oh, you can't put Tyreek Hill in wide back. You don't know what you're talking about. Tyreek Hill can play wide back all day long. Wide back is a wide receiver that's playing running back and wide receiver. Wide back is not Deebo Samuel lining up where Mitchell lined up because there's no other running back. That's running back, pal. Not directing that at you, fantasy, or anybody. Or master, or whoever asked that question. The thoughts on Kyler this year. I've been torn. I've gone back and forth. I'll admit I've been all over the place on Kyler, but partly it's because Kyler has been all over the place. I think he could have a top 5 to 7 quarterback season easily if he stays healthy. He's got to keep his mind right and his head right. If they give him a contract, I think he's going to be a lot more at ease. If he walks into the year without the contract, I think they're going to try and offer it to him. If he walks into the year without the contract, I don't know what's going to happen. DK, Waddle, McLaurin. Give me McLaurin, DK, and Waddle in that order. I'm starting to like McLaurin more than DK now. I know he just signed his contract, and that just kind of brings him to the forefront. But he's also climbing in ADP, and I thought you could steal him away. So he made for a great like 4th or 5th round pick. Early 5th, not late 5th or anything, but early 5th, but late 4th round. Not anymore. People are like, oh, I forgot about this guy. He just signed his contract, so he's climbing draft boards. But as he's climbing, I'm okay taking him. So it's not like the contracts influence me. It's just I'm watching everybody else take him earlier and earlier, and I'm like, okay, I can't steal him away anymore. He's still worth a late 3rd round pick. McLaurin's really good. Elijah Moore versus Brandon Cooks in redraft. Give me Elijah Moore. I know that's not popular. I get Cooks has been consistent and keeps doing it, and everyone's going to think I'm crazy, but I really like this Elijah Moore guy. I think he's going to have something to say about that wide receiver 1 role in New York being up for grabs. Give me Elijah Moore. That's just me. Fantasy Dog says Cooks. I don't blame you. A lot of people are going to agree with you. Baker lands in Seattle. He's not, because the Seattle Seahawks came out today. I was going to put it on the news show and it didn't. Came out today and said that no, we were never interested in Baker. Doesn't sound like he's going to end up being an option. Blake with a $4.99 hauler says, have the 2nd overall pick. Can you give me your top 3 picks I should look at from that spot? Thanks, boss. Okay, let's take this to the marker board and put Blake's question up on screen. Blake, you get some extra attention for the super chat, buddy. So let's roll. So Blake, I'm going to say this. I'm going to give you a nice little lesson here as to what you probably should look to do. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. You've got that number 3 overall pick, Blakey boy. This is what you're going to do, Blake. You're going to take Najee Harris, or you're going to take Jamar Chase or Jefferson. Now, I don't know which one you should grab yet, because a lot of it depends on what you think and know about your league. If you believe these guys are running back hungry and these are just going to get scooped up and you're going to have literally no one left but like Nick Chubb here, I would lean Najee Harris with this pick, because I think you're just in a lot safer spot. I would trade it. I would consider trading it down too to get another 2nd and a 3rd rounder for the 2nd overall, by the way, if you can do that. That's a much safer angle. But you got to get like almost these 2 picks for the 1. You can't be like giving back your 4th rounder. Like, I traded my Smitty. I did what you said. I traded my 1st and 4th for their 3rd and 2nd. That's not what I said. That's you getting ripped off. I'm saying I would trade this pick for a 2nd and a 3rd, and you give some kind of 8th rounder or something. Hey, you pay the price for a number 3 overall pick. But Harris, and even if Javonte fell here, I would take the double RBs, bro, because you're gonna get another wide receiver right here. You could go with, sometimes AJ Brown falls, so you could come out with a team that looks a little like that. I think Breece Hall is going to probably fall to you. This team would absolute straight fire. And look, I only took 1 wide receiver. I took 3 running backs. I'm not usually a robust or running back guy, but this team would absolute fire. If, let's say, Javonte doesn't fall and Swift's not there for some dumb reason because people passed on him or whatever, Hill pretty much falls a lot. Debo can sometimes fall. I'd take Hill or Debo. Debo's been falling more and more. Debo or Hill with this pick with Harris. I'd still look to get A.J. Brown here. I'd still look to get Hall here. I would definitely consider Josh Allen here. Like, this team would absolute straight fire. Let's just put in one of these guys. Let's say Hill. Harris, Hill, Allen, and Hall. Absolute amazing team. Let's say you don't go Allen here. Let's say you go McLaurin here, which is a little bit early, or Mike Evans or whatever. Then in round 5, so you would take that's McLaurin's for round 3. Then round 5, you could take Burrow. So imagine that team, bro. McLaurin in the 3rd round pick, Hall, Hill, Harris, and Burrow. That's going to crush, bro. That's going to crush like crazy. I think the main takeaways I'm going to tell you, bro, let me just give you like a breakdown. This is amazing prep for your draft, bro. I'm literally giving you the keys to the castle here. So I'd say that in this, you're going to look at Harris, Chase, or in my opinion, Jefferson. You could go Cup if it's redraft. I forget if you said it's redraft or not. Did you say? I don't know. I'll help you with both just in case. That's who I'm going away with here. This is Javonte. Obviously Swift if he fell. Any of the wide receivers that shouldn't be there, but I think Debo is going to be a good bet for you. I think Hill is going to be a good bet for you. I think here it's going to be either Allen, McLaurin. Let me move this over. In round 3, it's going to be Josh Allen, McLaurin. Round 3. You could go Breece Hall in here, but I think Breece Hall is better in round 4. So I'd go Hall here. DK's great here. McLaurin's also great here. He can fall. Waddle's decent here. Burrow here. Herbert in round 4. Herbs, you starting to not read this because the marker is going dead, but you get the point. Like that should help you out, my man. That should help you out. That should give you everything you need to get going in your draft, buddy boy. So go crush it, Blake. Appreciate your super chat. You got this. All right. Dribble God, we're not doing more mocks. We did like 20 mocks. You bet, Blake. You want more of that advice? Order my text service on thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get a lifetime membership. Get your rankings. Get your bold predictions. Trade calculator. I invented the first instant-based trade calculator in the fantasy industry. But most importantly, that text line. On-demand text service, Blake. You want that kind of stuff in an audio message? Basically, I give you the number to this real, legit phone line, bro. It's an actual phone. It's not like an app or anything. This is my personal phone. This is my work phone. I text you and I say, hey, Blake, save this number in your phone, bro. You're going to get audio messages from here on out. I hold down a button. I send you an audio clip. You literally just play it. It's sitting there. It's 2-3 minutes of me trying to help you with your problem every time you ask me a question. The text line is off the hook. Off the hook. On-demand texting with your boy Smitty. I am out of here. I'll be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern unless there's breaking news. Anytime there's breaking news, your boy Smitty goes live. I walk in here. I tell the system to turn on my version of Jarvis. We call him the Zigmeister. I tell him to go on. I tell him to light up everything. We go live, and I break news here on the Fantasy Football Show. Anytime there's breaking news, I drop it. Anytime. Smitty, call it, dog. Get some sleep. Thank you, Fantasy Dog. So I'll see you unless there's breaking news tomorrow. And I may go live anyway. I may just want to see you guys. But if there's breaking news, I go live. If not, see you at 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get your lifetime membership. Get all that good stuff. And please leave a comment. Leave a like on the way out. If you could smash the like button. I've been live for an hour and 53 minutes for you tonight. Hit that like button. And leave a comment once this video ends because it starts off with 0 comments. I'll get back to every one of you. Michael says, I've got the 1.5, 1.9, 2.4, 12-team Dynasty rookie draft. Should I target? Or should I target, trade those picks away? I'd rather, trade all of them for the 1.1, bro. That's what I would say. Just saying. Even if you got to get rid of a future first, the 1.5 and 1.9. I take Breece Hall for your future first, the 1.5 and the 1.9. I don't even care. Thank you, Kango. Thank you, Fantasy Dog. Thank you, Avatar. Yeah, Fantasy Dog's got a point. Maybe you trade. I mean, I'm not saying don't go after, Tyler Algier at 1.9 or 2.4 or get Rashad White or get Watson. I'm not saying that those are bad picks, but Fantasy Dog's got a point. If you got a line on the 1.1 next year, you know what team's the worst team in the league and you can get their draft pick. You get Robinson is a dynasty game changer if you can trade those picks into the 1.1 2023 and get yourself Robinson, the probably one of the best running back prospects we're going to see in some time if he stays healthy. So that's a great suggestion by Fantasy Dog. All right, guys, deuces. Appreciate you.
Until next time, Bubba. Catch you later, Bubba.
Deuce, bro.